First alert weather day for your Tuesday. The bulk of today just a downright warm, humid, summer-like day with the wind out there as well, giving it a 7 out of 10 on my comfort index. But what we are eyeing is for some pop-up overnight thunderstorms, likely due to a line of storms off to our west. That's going to start to form here over the next 4 to 5 hours, rolling through Michiana. Looking at our severe weather risk for tonight, we're going to be still eyeing any storm to contain some damaging wind as our highest impact, some gusts that could be in excess of 60 to around 65 miles per hour. Here's a look at first alert weather radar just after 12:15 p.m. of this Tuesday. We're completely quiet here at home. Active weather off to our west, and we're going to be eyeing what's going on around Kansas City and Omaha right now, and that's some clearing the sky. This is the cold front off to our west, and that's going to eventually start to form somewhat of a line, likely around 4 or 5 o'clock is when that line will likely form and begin to work its way closer towards Chicago and try to work itself into Michiana. But I really think the timing, and I've been mentioning this in 16 Morning News Now this morning, is not on our side, meaning that if you were someone that really wanted severe weather, the timing of this does not look favorable for widespread severe weather for Michiana. So you'll see this line developing off to our west. Here we are paused at 7 p.m. and just look at this nasty line off to our west. Now, if this line was over to Michiana at 7 p.m., we'd be really concerned with very strong wind gusts up and down Michiana, left and right. But the good news, as you'll notice with Future Track, as we walk you through this timestamp, we get later and later into the night as this line tries to work its way eastward towards our area. Likely some loud storms around Chicago, some gusty storms as well, some damaging wind gusts around 60 to 70 miles per hour just off to our west. Now, as you'll see, this is going to play out, and we're going to zoom on in closer to home now as this line tries to move on in from west to east. As this line moves on in, you'll notice that that line that we just showed you around Chicago really begins to break apart, fall apart, and begins to weaken. Now, that does not mean our severe weather threat is still zero, but as far as widespread severe weather goes, looking less and less likely. We're going to be eyeing tonight at 11 p.m. through 3 a.m. So overnight chances for a few strong to severe thunderstorms rolling on through. These storms will weaken across Michiana as they try to move west to east. Few of us, though, could still have some wind gusts up around 60, maybe 65 miles per hour. But again, as far as widespread damaging wind threat goes, this is not the system for us in Michiana. And once we get into Wednesday morning, as we commute into school and work, that front passes on through. We should be looking at some sunshine increasing, and that air you can wear, that humidity, that's going to begin to lower as well behind that front as we head into Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. And in fact, you're going to see this here on my muggy trend. Downright muggy feeling out there right now. Feels like the dog days of summer, and some more refreshing air heads our way Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll try to increase the humidity just a touch for Friday. And speaking of Friday, I've included another chance of some showers and thunderstorms as we kickstart the Memorial Holiday weekend. We'll dive deeper into that Memorial Holiday weekend on our First Alert 10 day right after this quick 30-second break.
The Village at Arborwood is carefree living with optional services, engaging activities, and a break from routine home maintenance, all in a warm, welcoming community where you can be comfortable, be inspired, and be yourself. There are many opportunities to foster new friendships and continue to enjoy activities with family and friends. We invite you to visit the Village at Arborwood and discover a community where your well-being, friendships, and independence are celebrated.
All right, our First Alert 10-day forecast calls for a few of us to have an active night of severe weather between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. We'll be watching First Alert weather radar closely. And if you missed Future Track, coming up in about 20 minutes, we're going to re-rack Future Track and show you that line as it falls apart, reaches Michiana. Then we quiet down the weather pattern Wednesday, Thursday, and then as we step on into the Memorial Holiday weekend, Friday, I've included a chance of a few scattered showers and thunder showers headed our way late in the day, something we'll keep eyeing here in First Alert weather. Likely going dry for Saturday, and then another chance for maybe a few showers headed our way for Sunday. And then right now we're looking at the Memorial Holiday weekend, or at least Monday, that is, for Memorial Day, likely staying dry and temperatures cooler for the weekend, the holiday weekend, that is, into the 70s. And I also want to retouch here, again, with some severe weather possible headed our way for tonight, to make sure to download the WNDU First Alert weather app. All you have to do right now, pull out your phone, scan this code. That'll take you right away to where you can go ahead and download the WNDU First Alert weather app. So we've mentioned before to make sure your phones are charged up before you go to bed tonight, just in case your area falls falls underneath the severe thunderstorm warning, so that way it'll wake you up as we're looking at overnight storms. And also make sure your phone is not on the silent mode, because if it is, you'll get our push notification automatically. You just want to hear it.
Yeah, it's important. We're looking at some of the images. Those winds must have been really strong out there in some parts of the area.
Yeah, some parts yesterday, especially in LaPorte County, we had a burst of wind for one location of around 70 to 90 miles per hour. Now, we're not expecting that for tonight. Certainly could happen for 1 or 2 locations. We're not expecting hail. We're not expecting flooding. We're not expecting tornadoes for tonight. We're just looking at maybe a gust of wind for 1 or 2 locations, 60 to 65 miles per hour.
Yeah, especially when we're talking about those overnight storms, it's easy to be caught off guard.
It is. And, you know, whenever you get woken up at, 1 a.m. from these storms, they always seem a lot louder, a lot stronger than they actually are. So we'll keep you updated here in First Alert Weather. Again, if you missed Future Track, we'll have another update in a half hour, and Matt will be live at 4 with First Alert Weather radar, watching that line of storms off to our west.
Okay, keep us posted. We appreciate it. Thank you. Some more news we're following. Music icon Elvis Presley's famed Graceland